Eternal Soldier here, and I'm back to talk about House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 9, and my thoughts on this episode. This was a bad episode. Near enough on the level of Season 8 of Game of Thrones. The amount of mistakes in this episode was stupid. There's too many. There's too many. The protection of the women in this show at this point is dumb. And actors who are acting completely differently to what they were a few episodes ago, without no character development. I mean, one character, Alicent, literally reverses back to when she's a fucking child. I mean, I am just utterly disappointed. And the ending, oh my god, it is terrible. I mean, the fact that ending was put on screen and they haven't even explained a certain part of it. I mean, that ending, literally, I can't explain it, because that ending could just destroy the whole fucking history of fucking Game of Thrones if she had just said one fucking word. I mean, you had everybody in one place, the entire leadership of the Greens in one place, and you don't say Dracarys. It makes no sense. This was a bad episode, and yes, we finally got it. We finally got a woke episode in House of the Dragon. It's fucking just ridiculous. The changes that they've done so far were good, okay? They weren't all fantastic, the changes from the book, but they were good. This episode's changes from the Green Council were bad. Beesbury? Are you kidding me? That's what you do to him? I mean, again, I know in the books it was kind of like he could have gone this way, he could have gone that way, but to go out like that, wow, that was bad. This episode is just bad. The Aegon stuff as well. Come on now. You're really trying to make a bad guy and a good guy now. And it's stupid. That's not what House of the Dragon is about. That's not what the Civil War is about. There's no good people. Everybody's bad. But this episode, they're painting this picture of Aegon, which is ridiculous. Like, you did enough last episode with the maid. You didn't have to go this far. So, yeah, this was a bad episode to the level of season 8 of Game of Thrones. I mean, listen, there were good bits. I'm not going to say everything was terrible, but there was not a lot of good stuff in this episode. I'm sorry. This episode was really bad. And if I'm going to give it a mark out of 10, this is... Ooh, it's a 4 or a 5 for me. Because the ending is just so fucking bad. Like, that ending should have never happened. It should have been done way differently. And again, there is wokeness now in House of the Dragon, and it's so fucking bad. So I'm going to have to give it a 4 out of 10. It's a 4 out of 10. This is a bad episode, and I worry about the final because of the protection we're now giving to the women to make sure they're not the reason for certain things happening, and that's bad. So yeah, 4 out of 10. Let's get into spoilers now. If you don't want to hear spoilers, leave in 3, 2, 1. So, episode starts off with a boy walking through the corridors of King's Landing to go tell, to go tell people, or at least a woman, about the fact the king is dead. And then this all starts to go, and then the person the kid tells is the handmaiden to Alicent. When Alicent's told Viserys is dead, Alicent gets ready, then goes to Otto and tells him about the fact the king's dead. Then we go straight to the scene of the Green Council. The Green Council meeting. Now, this scene should have been the best scene of the episode. This is when it starts, when the Civil War is declared. Do they do that in this episode? No. Because all this scene is Alicent saying, I want my son to be fucking king because that's what Viserys wanted, but I don't want Rhaenyra hurt. And it's just so fucking bad. Like, oh my god. Because you have Otto explaining to everybody, we need to decide how we're gonna put Aegon on the throne. And we need to, sort this out now, because none of you can leave, because we can't let Rhaenyra pretty much find out about the fact the king's dead, because if she knows the king's dead, she's going to come to King's Landing to take what is hers, which is the throne. So Otto wants to keep everybody in this room and to make sure we do the succession here and now. Now, the stupidity of this is Alicent is literally defending Rhaenyra. Even though she has spent the last 3 episodes hating Rhaenyra, like 2 episodes ago she stabbed Rhaenyra. I mean, oh my god, it's so fucking bad. And then Beesbury. Again, everybody in the chamber is for putting Aegon on the throne. Literally, apparently, Otto has pretty much been behind the scenes with most of the people in the small council pretty much preparing to put Aegon on the throne, which pisses off Alicent for no reason. For no reason. But I want to get the Bigsby stuff out of the way. So Beesbury doesn't want to put Aegon on the throne because he knows that's not what Viserys would want. He'd want Rhaenyra on the throne. So he is against this. Now in the book, he does the exact same thing. He says he's against this. He will not have any part of it. And then Sir Christian cuts his fucking throat open or throws him out of a window. I don't know which one is accurate, but either way, Sir Christian kills him in a very harsh way. In this episode, how do they kill Beesbury? Apparently Sir Christian needs to learn how to sit somebody down without smashing their head on a fucking rock. Because that's how he dies. So Christian puts him on the fucking chair and apparently his head just bounced off the fucking table. It's so fucking bad. Again, why is Sir Christian not cutting this guy's throat open? Everybody in the room, mostly everybody in that fucking room, is for putting Aegon on the throne. Beesbury is the only problem. All Alicent needed to do was signal. It didn't even have to be Alicent ordering it. It just had to be Sir Christian opening up his throat. The stupidity, again, there's so much protection for Alicent. I don't fucking get it. She should have ordered the kill. She should have Sir Christian should have killed him like that. Having him die on the table like that was so fucking bad. Oh my god. And then as soon as the head of the King's Guard, that Scottish guy, sees what happens, he pulls his sword out and pretty much demands that Sir Christian take off his white cloak because he's pretty much dishonoured himself. And what do you think happens at this point? Does Sir Christian and the head of the King's Guard have a fight? No, they just get talked out of it by Otto. They just say, no guys, let's not fight. Are you kidding me? This guy is literally loyal to Rhaenyra. He should be speaking up to, Alicent and Otto. He should be saying, the Queen should be now the Queen. There should have been a fight between Sir Christian and the head of the King's Guard. Why there wasn't makes no fucking sense. Because Otto says nobody is to leave that room until they have settled the succession. But the Scottish guy takes off his white cloak and just leaves the room. Nobody stops him. Nobody challenges him. They let him go for no fucking reason. Yes, he has decided to quit as head of the King's Guard. I get it. I get why he's not happy. But why are you letting him walk? He needs to die. He's a fucking security risk. If he goes and tells fucking Rhaenyra or sends a fucking raven, I mean, oh god, this episode is so bad. It is so badly written as well, and it makes no sense. We've had 8 episodes, fantastically written episodes, and this. I don't know who wrote this episode. I don't know if this person is new, woke, I don't know. But it is badly written. So after this, Otto pretty much needs to find Aegon so he can pretty much torture him and prepare him to become king. And Alicent does the same thing. She needs to find Aegon as well. But nobody can find him because he's decided to go out of King's Landing and go do some very bad things. Because in this entire episode, it's pretty much, let's find Aegon and put a crown on his head. That's the majority of this episode. And it is boring. I don't care. I mean, you want to find Aegon. Why are you just sending about 4 people? You have an army. You have the gold cloaks. Send them all. You only need to bring Aegon. You want to do this stupid, like, get to him first thing? Do it when Aegon makes it to the fucking back to King's Landing. I mean, oh god, but the reason they did it, the reason we had to have this whole search for Aegon is they need to put into fact that Aegon is a bad person. And, oh god, it's just so fucking bad. So Otto can't find Aegon, neither can Alicent. So they both send, well, Otto sends the twins, and Alicent sends Sir Christian, who's now leader of the King's Guard, apparently. Sir Christian and her son to go find Aegon in the city of Silk, in the street of Silk, and the twins go to they go to Flea Bottom. So both go out there, and they pretty much got to find Aegon and bring him to one of either Otto or Alicent. And who's going to find them first? So on this journey, we literally get, we find out how Aemond lost his virginity, which was in the Sea of Silk. The Street of Silk. Aegon took him there to lose his virginity, blah, 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 blah. And when they get there, Sir Christian asks the brothel maid, have you seen Aegon? She says no, he ain't been there for a couple of years because he has a fucked up fetish somewhere else. And so they head off. And in these scenes with Sir Christian and Aemond pretty much says that he wants to be king. He's kind of sick and tired of Aegon. He wants the throne. He hopes they don't find them. And you know what? If they changed this from the books to Aegon becoming king, I would have given them the praise, so much praise, because Aemond should be king, because Aegon was never that good in the books either. But Aemond is the better choice here. So I would have respected them if they did that. But do they? No. It's so fucking bad. Anyway, so that's Alicent's team trying to find them. We then go to Otto and the twins, and the first twin knows what, Aegon's fetish is, and it's apparently watching kids fight each other. That's his fetish. That's how bad this guy is. He will literally watch kids kill each other. No fucking idea why we need to know that. No fucking idea why that was even put in an episode. But apparently that's what we need to know about Aegon. To make sure that we all know Aegon is a bad person. Because one of the fucking twins does not like Aegon and does not want him to be king. Okay. Oh god, so they get followed by some maid girl, and this maid girl is from the White Worm. The White Worm has sent her so that she can give information to Otto, the Hand of the King, for money and for some other reason. The twins agree, they go get Otto, and Otto pretty much agrees to the terms that the White Worm asked for, which is to end the children fights in Flea Bottom, because the Gold Cloaks still take bribes and they don't stop it themselves. And Otto agrees and gives over a shitload of money to the White Worm. The White Worm tells Otto where Aegon's hiding, and that's the end of that. Back in King's Landing, we see Rhaenys is still there. She's been locked up in a room. She sees a bunch of the staff or a bunch of the servants all get locked up to keep them from telling anybody about the king's death. Then she's visited by Alicent, who, and this scene I actually kind of liked, where Alicent tries to get Rhaenys on their side against Rhaenyra. Pretty much tells her, facts, the fact you've lost your daughter, you've lost your son, thanks to Rhaenyra and thanks to her side of the family. Join us and we can pretty much protect our families from her. So Rhaenys pretty much says, I'll think about it, and then asks Alicent, have you never thought about putting yourself on the throne? You realise that you're in a prison of your own making. You keep having to, do the bidding of men, never yourself. And Alicent just says, I'm protecting my family, basically. I'll come back here when you've made your decision. So there was good parts of this scene. I kind of liked how Rhaenyra and Alicent kind of played off each other. I like the fact that she did bring up the fact that she is still serving men, even though her husband's dead, and she could take the throne herself if she wanted. But again, Alicent doesn't really want the throne. She wants to keep her family safe. That's all she's kind of worried about. So she leaves Rhaenys on her own, and at this same point, Aegon's then brought, whilst the twins then find Aegon, they try to get him out of the sept I think he's in, and Aegon's just bitching and moaning that he doesn't want to be king. He wants to leave King's Landing. He wants to go out somewhere and hide. Now I know in the books they said Aegon didn't really want the throne. I get that. It was never this bad. It wasn't like he wanted to run away from his responsibilities. Again, he was never this bad. It's very strange. They're trying to make him the bad guy. He's just a kid. He's been pushed into this position. He's never asked for it. He's never wanted it. He's never done anything to get it. He's just literally being pushed by other people. But to make him out as the bad guy, it makes no sense. Again, he's a fucking bad character just because he's an idiot. It's annoying. So the twins are taking him out. One of the twins is kind of hesitant. He doesn't want to bring Aegon back to the fucking King's Landing because he doesn't want to be king. But Sir Christian and Aemond follow the twins there to see that they know where Aegon is. They then see Aegon, so Sir Christian has a fight with one of the twins. Aemond grabs Daemon, whilst Daemon keeps screaming about running away and not wanting to be king, but he then forces him back to King's Landing. And Sir Christian, beats the twin in combat and just takes his sword and they walk away. Get back to King's Landing. Aegon's then taken to Alicent. And Alicent then talks to Otto and tells Otto she's pretty much taken control now. She does not want Otto involved. Well, at least not that much. And that she wants Aegon to be a good king. But they are not going to kill Rhaenyra. They're going to offer her some sort of deal to avoid war. But Otto pretty much brings up the fact there is going to be war. You need to accept that and get ready for the war. But Alicent, and again, I don't get Alicent in this episode. I really don't. The protection, the wokeness, is the fact they're trying to force us to believe that Alicent and I think Rhaenyra, because I've seen a trailer for the next episode, are forced into this war with each other. Like, they had no other choice. Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Alicent wanted the war with Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra was pissed off when Alicent put her son on the throne. That's why she declares war. Having this shit be that they are accidentally walking into the most devastating war in the fucking Targaryen history is so fucking dumb. I cannot fucking believe they let this fucking episode come out. This should have been rewritten completely. It should have been Alicent putting Aegon on the throne and saying, fuck Rhaenyra. That's all that needs to happen here. But they're protecting Alicent, and they're trying to say that these two are forced into position. This is dog shit. I am absolutely annoyed that they changed it from the book. This is dumb. And this is woke by trying to say it's not the women's fault. Bull fucking shit. So, one of the twins goes, releases Rhaenys. He tries to get her out of the city by taking her down to Blackwater Bay, but they get separated because the Goldcloaks are forcing everybody to the Dragon Pit to see the coronation of Aegon. Whilst Aegon is in a carriage with his mother, who he is continuously moaning about becoming king, and he asks if his mother loves him, and Alicent says, "You moron," basically, and then they get out of the fucking carriage. Everybody's been forced into the Dragon Pit, and they don't understand why they're there. Then Otto pretty much does a speech where he tells them, we're pretty much making Aegon king, and then you get Goldcloaks and Targaryen soldiers lined up. They pull their swords out, and Aegon walks through them, and it's part of the ceremony. Don't know why. And he gets to the fucking big stage thing, and he's pretty much crowned as king of the Seven Kingdoms. And you then see that Aegon has accepted this, and he actually likes being king because of the love he gets from the people. Now, if the episode had ended here, I wouldn't say it was the worst episode of the season. I would say, okay, not great, not like any Alicent stuff, but fine. Absolutely fucking fine. But the next bit is the dumbest part of the episode. Because Rhaenys was there. She has now suddenly snuck into the fucking rooms under the fucking dragon pit and gets a fucking dragon, and somehow gets her armor from I don't know where, jumps on a dragon, and then breaks out of the dragon pit, killing a shitload of innocent people, by the way. Just people who were just put forced there. Kills a shitload of innocent people. Has the dragon pointed right at every leader of the Greens. Aegon, Aemond, Alicent, Otto, Sir Christian. You literally can end the war right fucking now with just saying Dracarys. And the war is over. Does Rhaenys do that? No. She flies away. You have the most important people in King's Landing at your mercy. At your fucking mercy. And you fucking run away to go get Rhaenyra, who's pretty much going to come back and try to kill them anyway. This scene is on the level of Daenerys burning the fuck out of King's Landing. It makes no sense. You have them at your fucking mercy and you let them live. So the reason the war couldn't have been stopped is because Rhaenys is a fucking moron. I can't believe it. This is such a bad scene. It's on the level of season 8 of how stupid it is written. Fucking wow. And that's how the episode ends. I am shocked. I am really shocked by how bad this episode was. The wokeness. Again, you put woke in an episode, it damages beyond the episode. And this shit has damaged so much of the House of the Dragon for me. Again, the crap with Alicent being so hesitant on starting a war with Rhaenyra. The fact that you're... Oh God, I'm just so angry. I'm just so fucking angry. This is a stupid episode, and I am worried for the future of House of the Dragon. again, you're going to see a lot of people say that's a fantastic scene. But when you actually think about that fucking scene, you're going to literally wonder to yourself, why did Rhaenys not kill the entire Green leadership? She would have won the fucking Civil War then and there. It's just dumb. Absolutely dumb. Oh man, and that's the end of my review. If you like this review, give it a like. If you dislike this review, give it a dislike. And if you like my content, do think about subscribing. Entertainment World Soldier. Bye.